Welcome to the Scaredy Pants Series. I'm your host, Nocaps, and from now until November, I'll be highlighting the scariest and strangest indie games I could find. And I'm starting things off today with some good old-fashioned survival horror games. So sit back, relax, and don't forget to scream. Oh, and none of these games have release dates yet, so I guess that just adds to the horror. Become Mia, a paranormal detective searching for her missing father in Enigma of Fear. Inside the perimeter, a place that doesn't exist, you'll investigate clues and unravel the mysteries behind the cult of fear, all while defeating the terrible monsters who'll try to stop you. So this place, called the perimeter, is an open non-linear area, which will kind of open up to you in certain directions as you find clues and solve puzzles. There's an immersive inspection and investigation system, and I'm not 100% sure what that means, but it does involve picking up objects and searching them for hidden details, which I'm all for. I love this combination of pixel art and 3D models, and the dynamic lighting on top of that makes this one hell of a spooky, atmospheric game. Enigma of Fear comes to us from a Brazilian YouTuber named Selbit. I don't know what exactly he's contributing to the game versus the other developer listed on Steam, Dumativa Game Studio, but he sure is getting people excited to play this one. Plus, your companion is a cute yet fierce dog named Loopy. In a terrifying world where fire no longer burns, the surreal survival horror of BECROWNED is likely an experience you won't forget. When a simple picnic trip with a loved one turns into a nightmare, walk through the impending darkness to figure out what's really going on. This game will have multiple endings and several interconnected storylines that come together to reveal strange secrets about this world. But things can change, because every decision you make affects every aspect of the game world, and a complete solution will take several playthroughs. One of the things I love most about BECROWNED has to be the locations and environments. From your classic window-lined hallways and dingy basements, abandoned playgrounds and forgotten beaches, and even more exotic locations like this overgrown temple. This is definitely one to look forward to, and the dev, Ernest Anpilov, has been showing off a lot of gameplay clips recently, and just about half of the game is completed at this point. They're also working on weather systems, lore, melee and ranged combat, dismemberment, and so much more. It's 1996 and the sky over New Manitoba City is choked with pollution, but it's not our world yet. Investigate the facility and keep your weapon ready. An anonymous whistleblower claims that chronogas has violated the federal laws banning the use of time travel. A health and safety enforcer was dispatched to investigate the claims, but found that the situation was more urgent than anyone could have predicted. You play as this enforcer, scavenging and scouring this compound situated in the forest of an untouched planet. This place was once stocked with supplies, but what now remains will be much harder to find and more dangerous to acquire. Remember, not every fight is worth taking. You'll piece together information from different maps and documents in order to plan the best course of action, or just rely on your instinct and reflexes to find your way. You've even got this little techie gadget that lets you look through your weapons, inventory, and intel. Now, the trailers for this game were shown off at the Realms Deep showcases over the past 2 years, and the next one just so happens to be right around the corner on September 30th. So, maybe keep an eye out that day. What dreams are made of is now the stuff of nightmares. Amy's brother is dead. She hadn't seen him in years. Thomas was always a little eccentric, obsessed with lucid dreaming and the concept of other worlds. But then Amy comes across his journals, and what at first seems like the ramblings of a troubled mind slowly begin to seem more and more plausible. Maybe her brother was right about everything, and maybe he isn't actually dead. Deep Sleep Labyrinth of the Forsaken is a point-and-click adventure about delving deep into realms both fantastical and terrifying, and using the power of lucid dreaming to solve puzzles, explore, and contend with eerie adversaries. Guide Amy deeper into the world of dreams using the power of her mind to shape her surroundings and overcome challenges and puzzles. Explore landscapes, both beautiful and terrifying, in your search to uncover the truth about her brother. But there's a darkness lurking within the mazes of these other worlds. It knows Amy is there, and it's very, very interested in finding her. It sounded like a simple job, another run across the zone, slow and low. Just keep under the radar, but something feels off. The drop point is dead, hadn't been active in months, maybe even years. Alone, stranded, and with limited resources at your disposal, you'll have to push your way through the zone, solve environmental puzzles, manage resources, and fight for your life as you try to find a way to escape beyond the wall. Hollowbody is a tech noir survival horror short story set in the urban decay of a long-abandoned British city. It's got a cinematic blend of dynamic and fixed cameras, logic puzzles, resource management, and limited combat with a focus on narrative and exploration. Oh, plus full voice acting, an emphasis on strong world building set in a dystopian near future, carefully paced save points that ensure tension is maintained while respecting the player's time, everything you could ever ask for. But you need to find a way out, call for evac, scale the walls, something. Anything. In Post-Trauma, you'll experience the story of Roman, a tormented train conductor trapped in a hellscape of horror. Explore the unknown, solve mysteries, and try to survive the unspeakable horrors that lurk in these threatening surroundings. In a dimension where many things are left unexplained, Roman might need to resort to violence to survive the horrors that are in his way. What's most different about this game compared to all the other ones I've covered so far is that it has much more modern and high-fidelity graphics, which will probably make it more appealing to the general gaming community, especially after the success of the Resident Evil remakes. I'm not saying it's better than all the pixel and retro-styled ones, but either way, this game looks pretty nasty with all this oozing organic matter. Now, for this last game, I'm only going to give you a brief little overview because I have covered this one more extensively in a couple other videos. Samurai Unicorn. You play as a young detective in the dystopian city of Sydney 3. I actually recently played through the first demo of this one that's available on the developer's Patreon page, and it's super solid. The first mission of the game takes you deep into the basement of the Goliath Corporation, and what awaits you there will change your life forever.